Hello there, guys, and welcome back to Reborn with Michael. Today, I want to talk about the fact that a few years back, I nearly gave up on God or source or manifesting in general. I just had enough. I was down and out, my wit's end. You may be feeling this way too, but I had this realization one day that God is always there for us. And it was when I was down and out that I had this. And I want to explain how that realization changed my life. And I'm going to try and explain it as well as possible here today so that you can add this to your own experience and to your own life. So if you like Spirituality Simplified, please consider like, sharing and subscribing. Also, comment down below if this was helpful to you. So guys, I nearly gave up on God. £40 left in the bank, constant arguments with the wife, feeling like I've let my kids down, trying to live this dream life that just was not working out, living in a place of pretty much squalor, really, and just always fearful, just constantly scared. And I just was like, you know what? I've had enough, God. Why are you punishing me? But the thing is, though, we have to realize God never punishes you. There's this energy that I realized that God was always giving me what I wanted. This sounds surreal, but it's like, no, I didn't want the pain. I didn't want the problems, but they were my biggest energy. And God doesn't speak through our words. God doesn't speak and hear us through our words and what we want. Whatever that source is, God's presence feels and expresses our energy. So my energy was constant lack, fear, and limitation. So God said, I'll give you more of that until you deal with it, until you come home to me, until you find balance. Because God's energy is balance. God's energy is peace. Jesus actually is the Prince of Peace, the embodiment, the human embodiment of God. But this is the one that really, sort of stuck in my mind. If you ask for a fish, I'll not give you a snake. If you ask for bread, I will not give you a stone. But every time when I was asking with my energy, I was saying, I'm scared of monetary problems. And he said, I'll give it. There you are, my darling. Your wish is my command. Anything you want. I'm scared of the fact that I'm just not good enough. I'm going to give you more reasons to feel that way. I'm scared that I'm not the best father I could ever be. I'm going to make sure that you have more problems with your children. And it was then when I realized I just had enough of feeling this way. I've had enough of interacting with life this way, because life is the expression of your consciousness. And I realized that all of the money that I ever had, it wasn't mine. It wasn't mine by conscious acceptance. So I couldn't ever keep it, because consciously I didn't feel I deserved it. I was a failure. So more had to go out than came in. More had to go out. And bills had to pile up because I had to figure out a way to give it away, because that's not mine by consciousness, by conscious acceptance. So it was dealing with the energy. It was realizing the language of God that took me on the journey. And the language of God was, I need to align to that expression. I need to align my energies to that expression. And what is alignment but a deep inner peace and serenity around a subject? That meant that when I did start to lay an idea in my subconscious mind and I affirmed boldly and lovingly and knowingly of my intentions, I'm where I'm meant to be, doing what I love with who I love, infinitely prospered, infinitely blessed. My income is constantly increasing. I have wonderful, well-paying clients who love working with me and getting amazing results. What happened? I was dealing with the energy. I was no longer communicating with God with fear. Before, when I was affirming, when I was praying, when I was doing everything, it never got the ear of God. It never had the ear of God listening. Because all it was it was listening, but it was listening to the true feelings that I had, which was I'm scared, I'm alone, I'm these things. But then I went deeper into the Bible. I went deeper into it, okay? So let's put it this way. I remember your Father knows what you need before you ask him. Now, this ties up with Abraham Hicks and other wonderful teachers, where it's like, when you know what you don't want, you know what you do. So I had all of these rockets of desire that had been thrown into the potential universe, that had gone to God's grace, and he had created on a fourth dimension. But I just needed to start to align to his truth or its truth, okay? And then Proverbs, trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. That was when the perfect moment when I realized I have to surrender now. I've got to stop fighting. I have to stop this fight that goes through me. The pain and the struggle of the emotional turmoil. It's time to let it go. And this was the beautiful thing. I realized your body knows exactly what to do with that energy, my friends. It knows how to let it go. All you need to do is sit back and watch. All you need to do is relax into peace, into observation. And it did. It then took me. It took me, okay? Because then in Psalms, it told me the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who were crushed of spirit. I was crushed in spirit. I'd had enough. I had felt the burden of this life without grace, without God by my side. And it was shown, because God only listens. It keeps giving, but it will give what your energy asks for, not what you ask for, not what you complain and say, God, help me, please. Now, there's this interesting thing, though. This is another thing that I've realized now. Now I have changed identity. Even when I'm not feeling my best, I can manifest wonders, because my core knows now, my core energy literally expresses a certain standard of living, and it never goes below that anymore. And you can do that too. But here's one of the other things. When I look back over my life, it's just Job all over. That which I feared has come upon me. That which I greatly feared has come upon me. Because it's telling us, you get what you fear. You get what you love. Whatever your dominant energy is, you will get it. So don't let your thoughts and your worries dominate you. They're illusions, shadows that come into form through the grace of God, because God says to you, if you ask for bread, I will not give you a stone. So when you ask for more fears, for money troubles, accidentally because you're scared, God will say, here you go. But don't fear. If you are scared, the solution is go to relaxation. Take time to watch and observe these illusions of sensations. You know, when they talk about being possessed, that's what it means, possessed by these illusions of fear, guilt, shame, and that from the past. That is what's possessing you. And Jesus Christ, the Prince of Peace, will flow into your heart if you just allow it, if you just sit back. This is what I wanted you to know. Do not give up. Do not give up today. Go and let go of the feeling. Let go of the attachment to the pain, and then God can come into the space and start to create through you. He will give you exactly what you need, okay? Now, faith then can grow from that space. Hebrews, now faith in the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. That was it. And my energy aligned to faith. I could start to connect to an idea for longer than a millisecond. I could start to affirm and visualize that which I wanted without denying it a moment later. Okay? Good. Remember, God says, my ways are past finding out. Sometimes he will break you down until you're ready to find him again. I hope this video helps you. I'll see you at the next one, guys. Take care.